Some Joburg residents will be without water for 9 hours today as work is being done on a transformer at the Rand Water Eikenhof pump station. Emmarentia, Berario and Northcliff will be affected, as well as the southern CBD and the northern and western parts of Johannesburg. Joburg Water says water tankers will be provided to reduce the impact on consumers. For more on this story, we report to Katlego Legodi, who is with the Rand Water's representative at the Water and Sanitation Summit currently taking place in Midrand. It's over to you, Katlego.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Judy, and our viewers at home there. Of course, the summit, Water and Sanitation Summit, is well underway, coming at the back of that maintenance work that is being done in Gauteng. And of course, the officials here on the ground just saying that there is a need for a permanent solution when it comes to issues of infrastructure on the ground, and also some raising concerns around the budget from national going into local municipalities to help the local municipality to go on, municipalities rather, to go on with their day-to-day, work on the ground to ensure that the water and sanitation is preserved and, the delivery of services is adequate. As much of the people are expecting this all-important, basic right to be carried upon by these municipalities. But I'm going to bring into the conversation now the Rand Water CEO, and he's going to just let us in on the work that is being done on the ground, especially this weekend, and also as we keep track of what's coming out of this two-day summit on the ground. Sir, thank you very much for joining us on Newsroom 405.
Thank you for having us. Good afternoon.
Yeah, and just let us in. Maybe let's start by tracking, your reaction and update, basically about the work that is being done on the ground in some parts of Johannesburg this weekend.
Yes, as we know, as a matter of fact, that Rand Water, we source electricity from Eskom and the city of City Power, city of Johannesburg through City Power. And in terms of what is currently happening now, City Power is maintaining one of its transformers. As a result thereof, we have seen the impact of reduction in terms of the water volumes that we are pushing into the system. Through the system, we are pushing about, providing about 1,200 million litres of water a day. We are currently down at about 700 million litres of water a day as a result of that maintenance. And I think it's the right thing to do. I think we as a country, all of us in the entire value chain, we need to get into the maintenance mode now. We need to work long and hard around our repairs of the infrastructure. So we are seated to the need to do that. So we do really apologize for those that will be affected by it. It's going to run up to 3 o'clock this afternoon. We have not seen huge impact now, but I think there will be latent impact. People around Meade, kind of an area, we've seen the reservoirs starting to drop. The Hest Hill and the other areas are still hanging on tight. So we are still in the middle of it. It's going well now, but we still are able to put a lot of water into the system. So we would like to really plead with our consumers, particularly in the Joburg area, in the areas that I've just mentioned, that have been highlighted in the city's website and media platforms, to use water sparingly at this point in time while we allow City Power to do this all-important maintenance in their transformer.
Under this report, there are a whole lot of pertinent issues that have already come out, of this two-day summit. Today, we are wrapping up the process here on the ground. Just let us in on your highlights, especially in terms of the commitments coming out of, this summit to help your entity as Rand Water and the local municipality in Joburg to just carry on with the provision of this basic service.
Oh, yes. I think what we're doing with the summit, we're looking at the entire value chain, right at the top to all the way to the municipalities. And of course, we have myriads of challenges that are currently facing us, and we're crafting strategies to turn them around, including the issues that you're talking about. How do you assist and work together to maintain our infrastructure, to repair all the repairs and keep up to all the maintenance programs that we have? How do we do it in a way that has very little impact in our provision of water? So it's a serious area of focus. But I think also just around also assets, the issues of upgrade, the issues of refurbishment, the issues of augmentation and adding more infrastructure into the system. The budget that has got to go with it is what we're looking at. So I think it is important for all of us, even the consumers back at home, to also, make as much contribution as possible to pay their water bills so that we are able to upgrade, refurbish, operate and maintain the infrastructure seamlessly going forward. So we are looking at all the challenges that are characterizing us in the water space, but also in the sanitation space. I think, as we know, that most of our municipalities have been struggling with wastewater in terms of the wastewater treatment works, around the issues of upgrade, refurbishment of those, and then we're putting our heads together to say, how do we partner our municipalities to change that lot around, and so that the pollution is reduced and the effluent that they discharge into the water bodies is also abated. I mean, in the valley we know that we still have serious challenges, and I think the minister has called all of us here as practitioners to say, what are the things that you need to do now? I think it's more of a solution-driven kind of a summit. And the minister wants to get out of it. We all want to get out of it. What are the things that we need to do now to deal with the problems that are characterizing water supply and sanitation provision in the country?
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Dudu, of course, officials here inundated with a whole lot of discussions that are underway. The Minister, Senzo Mchunu, is expected to give a feedback at the end of the summit later on in the afternoon, as he will paint a picture of what came out of the commissions and the discussions and the thematic sessions that were held here on the ground. The city of Johannesburg, or Rand Water in particular, just saying that people should also, take this opportunity to pay their bills, and others must also ensure that they help the city and the entity in safeguarding infrastructure on the ground. So we wait to see what would come out of those tangible solutions, immediate solutions that would come out of this summit. It's back to you in studio, Dudu.
Katlego Legodi, thank you very much for that update.